Rallying outside of Housing Court in Brooklyn, these tenant rights advocates say they are tired of attempts to kick New Yorkers out of their homes, all to raise rents or make room for huge developments.
It's just moving middle and lower income people, brown and black, and whoever falls in that category of people that are being moved out of their homes to build more luxury housing.
Over and over again, we heard how new housing never feels like it's being built for most New Yorkers.
We're talking about needing for housing, but there's vacant luxury apartments there. Then the problem is not a lack of housing, it's just people are not able to afford to live in their homes.
Nevertheless, with rising rents, both Mayor Eric Adams,
build,
and Governor Kathy Hochul
housing is a human right.
Hope to reform regulations and build hundreds of thousands of homes during the next decade, around 500,000 in the city alone. But how and where to do that in a way that benefits everyone remains the open question. It's in little-known city council hearing rooms where you can find some answers. This is where new housing ultimately comes to live or die.
Residential apartment and community facility space.
Councilman Kevin Riley chairs the subcommittee on zoning and franchises and serves on the closely related land use committee.
We have to continue to work together, and that's why it has to be a collaborative effort. We have to work with developers, we have to work with the community board, we have to work with elected officials. We have to all come to the table so we can actually address this huge issue that we have in New York City right now.
And last year, the New York City Council did approve more than 40 projects to create 12,000 units of housing. More than 7,000 of that were affordable, but it did so following an unwritten rule. Each of the 51 local council members has huge sway over whether projects get greenlit in their community. Generally, they use that power to extract demands from developers. This was on full display last year when two new progressive members of the council made two very different decisions. Harlem City Council member Kristen Richardson Jordan essentially scuttled an effort to build on this block of 145th and Harlem, which features currently a vacant lot, an abandoned gas station, and several storefronts. It was to be a 900-unit apartment building, half of which would be affordable. Months later, Queens Assembly member Tiffany Caban approved a 1,300-unit Astoria housing development after pressing the developer to increase the number of affordable units and create higher bedroom counts to accommodate more local families. Riley, speaking in general terms, defends the practice known as member deference, saying it's responsive to community concerns.
We don't represent those specific districts. We represent the district that we come from. So we don't know the concerns or how those communities want to be redeveloped. So it's always important and very vital for us to listen to the council members that represent that area.
Still, some housing advocates say there's a lot more the city and state could be doing to ramp up production.
With the depth and the scale of the housing affordability crisis, we just need an aggressive, kind of all hands on deck, all comprehensive approach.
Anne Marie Gray was a senior advisor for land use to the last two mayors and is currently the executive director of Open New York.
We fight for more housing of all kinds and lower rent in New York City and now New York State.
Open New York favors many reforms that have historically been politically difficult, like removing parking minimums in new buildings, an end to all single-family zoning in New York City, and legalizing basement and garage apartments. The group also says there's a need for more upzoning or allowing taller buildings, plus stronger tenant protections and much, much more.
We just need all of the above, and we need all of our elected officials at every level being as aggressive as possible.
By the way, that goal of 500,000 new units of housing favored by the mayor and others during the next decade would be almost 150,000 more units than was built during the last 2 decades. So this pace of building has not been seen in the city since the 60s and would mean a lot of rapid change to a lot of neighborhoods.